them. They might bring you back from the tour as well, so be nice to them. Right up the back we have Shay and Kate, and they will be your best friends when we get back because they'll be serving you beer and wine and champagne. You'll get to know them really well. My name's Nina, and I'll be taking photos of you while getting launched up on your camels and up at the first sand dune overlooking Uluru and Katajuda. When we get back, all your photos will be displayed just up there.
Eye contact with him. It's his first day back from the accident. He now does have to wear a muzzle, but other than that, he's been cleared to go. Just don't look him directly in the eye. I'm just joking. It's his second day back. Righto guys, so like Lucy said, my name's Tony and I'm going to show you how to get on a camel, one for your safety and safety of our camels. I hope no one is shocked and surprised, but this is a camel. Excellent. No one is, just Connor. Alright, excellent. Right, the way we're going to get on a camel today is you're going to put your foot into the stirrup, 1 foot up here, 1 foot up here. I want you to bend your knees because the jumps I've got set up tonight, you might need a little bit of shock absorption. So facing forward and on your knees, keep them bent at all times so you can flow over those jumps when we get to them. Does anyone think they can do that? Normally the kids say yes. No, look, I'm just being silly. That is not the correct way to get on a camel. So I am going to show you the correct way. So when we do load tonight, we're going to load from the back of the camels all the way to the front. So it's quite important that if everyone's got a right hand, excellent, I need to, yes, excellent. I will confuse you all to buggery when we ask for your right hand back there and you're trying to give me feet and everything else that goes with it. That right hand must go into the middle of the saddle. That is quite important for 2 reasons. If the camel decides to get up and you're not ready to go, you can push yourself away from the camel. Also, if you're halfway through getting on, you've got something to hang on to if the camel does get up as well. So that right hand at all times must be placed in the middle of that saddle. Okay, when I ask you to come forward, I will actually place your sheepskins onto the saddle. These are dromedary camels, so they have 1 hump. So the hump is in the middle, and we have 2 seats, 1 in the back and 1 in the front. Okay, it is quite important. The way camels get up, they've got big back, powerful legs, and unfortunately already, they've got a lot of weight up front with their big necks and their big heads over those front legs. So it's quite important that out of a pair, which most of us will be riding all in pairs tonight, the heavier rider must be the back seat rider. Okay, and that's quite important. I don't get involved in couples' weight issues because it's never worked out well for me, so I no longer get involved. So you guys need to, amongst yourselves, figure out who that heavier rider is and they must sit in the back. If you are riding on your own, you will also be sitting in the back, okay, because we need that weight distribution to be over these guys' back legs when they load. Okay, so when you come forward, I'll take the sheepskins and place them on your seats for you. Your right hand is going to go here into the middle of the saddle. Your left foot is going to go into the stirrup. It is quite important. You are not getting on a Harley or on a motorbike, or if you've ridden a horse before or something like that, we do not want you to swing your leg behind you because as you can see there is a beautiful camel sitting right behind you. If you kick him in the face, 1, I will take his muzzle off, and 2, for the next hour his mouth is that close to your butt cheek. So the best you make friends with him pretty quick, straight from the get-go. So please remember, do not swing that leg behind you. Right hand, your left foot into the stirrup, your left hand is going to go all the way to the front. You step onto your camel, put your foot through the stirrup and gently sit down on your camel. We don't want you to plonk back down on your camel because we do try to save their backs as much as possible. Right, so that's one of the hardest parts done. The most important thing of getting on a camel though is once you are on the camel and the camel's ready to go, 2 hands and leaning back. I know it looks funny, but the way camels get up is quite funny. They launch up with their rear legs first, so they go up with that motion. We call it a camel pole. And if during that time you're not leaning back, you've decided, oh, I might come forward here and pat my camel, or my stirrup's not right and I'm leaning over and the camel decides to get up, where do you think you're going to end up? Back over, onto the ground, face full of red dirt, probably on YouTube. We've also got cameras set up for bloopers that we need for the end of the year, so that's pretty good for us as well. No, the easiest way is 2 hands and leaning back, and stay that way until your camel does launch itself up into the air. Once you're up in the air, you can sit back and relax, have some selfies with the camel behind you, selfies with each other, whatever it may be. The hardest part is done. You're going to sit back now and enjoy the ride. When we come back from our ride, again, that is now going to be the most important thing again. 2 hands and leaning back, because now the camel's going to sit down front legs first. So you'll drop down like that. Again, rear legs up in the air, you're looking down straight between his ears. Unless you can dismount with a double pipe with a twist and actually stick the landing, the best way to get off your camel is 2 hands and leaning back. Wait for the camel to settle on the ground like he is now. Your right leg's going to come up and over and just slide on off the camel. Now some people say, oh, I can't do that, I've got a dodgy hip or I've got a plastic knee or whatever it may be. I'm happy to come along and push yours off as well. I physically will get everybody off the camel. Unfortunately, we can't let you take our camels home with you today. Right, so the way we load from the back to the front. When I allocate you guys a camel, anyone up the front that has been allocated a camel, it's quite important that you stay back from the camels. They don't know who you are yet. So if you think you want to come over here and take a quick selfie with Connor, or whisper sweet nothings in Connor's ears, and Connor decides to jump up, every camel behind is trained to jump up as well. It looks really cool, great Mexican wave, because they all do it in one motion. Not so cool for the guy that's halfway down the back getting on his camel and his decides to launch up in the air, because someone's up the front taking selfies. So if you are at the front, I do ask that you please stand back from the camels and do not approach them until we call you forward. Alright, so that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's pretty straightforward and pretty easy. Now I'm going to allocate your camels, so everyone take 2 big steps backwards for me. Hop into the groups that you came with, all the people you want to ride with. Tyson and Darcy. My name's Tony. I will be walking on the ground, so if you have any questions, fire them at me. I do speak 2 languages though, English and bullshit. You need to figure out which is which.
Okay, it's very hard to try and do a selfie from the back of a camel, but Darcy is quite comfortable and hopefully I'm going to make it to the end of this great run.
They first came to Australia in 1830, and they came, the first one came to the Canary Islands. So that was the first camel to Australia. But when we first brought them over, we couldn't work them or train them or do anything because we'd never seen them before. And I'm talking 1800s, so it's not like we were around, I was around then on that stuff. And today, we have wild camel. And camels aren't surviving here in Australia, they're actually thriving. So unfortunately, they have gone fast to the best.
Done some crazy things in my life, but this is one of the best, and I would recommend anybody who wants something a bit different to come on a camel. And thank you, Darcy.
Now we've got weight on them as well. In the wild, camels will actually walk around a sand dune rather than up and over. wagon, and they'll just do that day in, day out, for 8 hours a day. And it's to not break the camel down, but it's to break the camel in. It's getting worked with a nose peg. It's getting handled by people. We've had 6 inexperienced camels, or wild camels, with 2 experienced camels. They learn what a camel's job is, and they'll go bush